I do drink tequila. It helps me with my writing.
Do I ever drink tequila? Yes, I do.
I am a tequila girl, yeah.
I do drink tequila on a constant basis, yes.
I drink Patron.
Drink tequila?
Yep.
I usually will drink what's in front of me. If it's clear, I'm a silver type of guy.
I would have done melon margarita today.
Go to Las Vegas when midterms and finals are over.
We ran out of vodka and my friend happened to have a bottle of tequila in the house.
When I go out and order a shot, I usually get a shot of Reposado.
I will tend to go with a Reposado. I really prefer the flavor of that. I like to taste the agave when I'm drinking a tequila. Otherwise, if it's not a brand I'm familiar with, I go with silver. It's usually a safer bet.
I prefer the Reposado. I'm more familiar with it. I enjoy the taste.
I typically drink the clear version, the silver. For some reason, in my mind, brown, liquors, whether it's tequila or whiskey, anything brown, I tend to stay away from.
There's sort of two types of tequilas. You've got the silver, the clear, and then this colour, what we call Reposado. Do you know anything about the difference between the two?
I do not know the difference between the two.
Okay.
I think one tastes better, but I think it's that one.
Reposado is more, more joyful on the palate.
Reposado is going to have for me, a little bit more flavor. It's going to have a little bit more character, a little bit more body, and there's going to be depending on the brand, depending on where you get it from and the region as well, you might have a bunch of different flavors to it as well. So I find silvers to be a little bit more, if they're of higher quality, they tend to be more the same.
I usually do the silver.
Colored tequila has a image that usually you wake up on your bathroom floor.
I feel like clear tequila is more expensive tequila because darker tequila, I feel like you would have worse hangover the next day.
Silver. Most people are going for silver just so that they can do shots.
As a shot, most people order a silver tequila.
I think people are very visual. Since they're very visual, they tend to go with they think the lighter the color is, the less alcohol it has. In reality, it doesn't.
One of the things that really hit me with my time here, with my years here, is that I'll just ask someone, do you know the difference between silver Reposado and Añejo? And I was stunned at how many people didn't.
My favorite brand is the Corlejo brand tequila.
I enjoy Patron. I like Milagro.
Right now I'm actually really hot on the Herradura double barrel Reposado.
I will do a silver 1800 on occasion.
I've obviously had Patron, and I've obviously had 1800, and I've obviously had a number of other things.
Don Julio and Patron.
Don Julio and Patron?
Yes.
Why do you drink those brands?
Name brand, smooth finish, just familiar with it.
Do you ever drink 1800?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you like the silver or the Reposado?
I like the silver and the Añejo, not the Reposado.
Why don't you like the Reposado?
I don't like the heartburn that I get from Reposado.
I want to say I've heard of the brand 1800, but if someone asked me, a quick fire question, what tequila do you want? I would say Patron.
Jose Cuervo, 1800, obviously.
The biggest dog on the block is always Patron, but I do serve a lot of 1800.
If I'm doing shots, Patron or Cabo Wabo.
Okay.
But like in margaritas or anything.
I would say Cazadores or Cabo Wabo.
When I have a tequila, I think, yes, I do prefer a Reposado. I like a little bit of barrel character. Not so much a lot of it, and certainly not like some of the super premium like Don Julio, their Casa Real, and Cabo Uno. Those are very strongly barrel flavored tequilas, and if I'm going to do that, I'll just have a bourbon.
Reposado is good.
Yeah.
The name Reposado, I don't mind it.
Reposado tequila, it's not English clearly.
When I say the word Reposado, what does that mean to you?
Honestly, I have no idea.
No way.
It's like
What do you think of the name Reposado?
older, like more fermented. I don't know, like.
Do people know what that word means?
Yeah. Well.
Means aged.
Yeah.
What does that sound like when you say it?
Sounds
Like,
old.
one, I don't even think they're gonna hear you or understand what you're saying at the bar.
Have you heard of
so it's something
Añejo?
easy.
something easy.
Well, Reposado is a style. You can't really change that. You know, that's indicates how it's been aged, how long it's been aged.
Reposado, think the word reposed. It takes a nap in a barrel. There's got to be some kind of, I don't know, tie-in with chillax and with a Reposado. I don't know.
No, I think the way tequila is, and it's been around for so long, I'm pretty sure Reposado's been along as long as tequila, so it's classic. It goes with it.
Just maybe calling it Repo might be an interesting idea. Just to kind of actually shorten it and make it seem a little more exotic, maybe a little more mysterious, and as if it's something they've never heard before. Like, oh, Repo, what is Repo? Oh, and then, you know, you get the Hispanic friend, oh, Reposado, you know, and this means blah, 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 you know. They have to explain it to them. It kind of gives them this knowledge they have to buy into.
100% agave means it's 100% agave plants.
Right. Do people know what that means?
Not very many. Not necessarily in our restaurant.
100% agave would probably mean the percentage on the obviously the plant that it came from, and the I guess the taste, the flavor.
I mean, I know tequila is made with agave, and typically they try to substitute other things instead of agave. So 100% agave, yeah, that holds some value to me.
100% agave, to me that means taste and quality.
I know agave is a plant, and a lot of tequila companies do advertise using the word agave, but honestly, I don't exactly know.
I think right now people are expecting everything to be 100% agave.
That's tequila, right? How would you? What else?
I mean, do you think every tequila is 100% agave?
Yes, I do. It's not.
100% made from the agave plant and not mixed in with anything else.
So for example, Patron, I don't think Patron's ever used 100% agave. I could be wrong, but I don't connotate Patron with 100% agave.
See what it says in the front.
Ah, it does say. It's true.
If you made just the color lighter?
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, from an aesthetic perspective, you know, I would not be turned off by the color, obviously.
The problem is, I know there's some delicious dark tequilas out there, and I know some of the better tequilas are even dark. But unfortunately, in the tequila family, Jose Cuervo gave tequila a bad name.
To be honest with you, to me, the color is not important for the tequila. To me, it's 100% the taste.
The liquid, the actual dark is nice, because that's what people remember about tequila. Yeah, it's like Cuervo. You know, they look at nice dark Cuervo. That's what most people really drink.
I typically go after the darker stuff because I know that it'll have more flavor to it, but I mean, the color to me doesn't really make a difference. It's how the overall taste is.
Yeah, you could lighten it a little bit, sure.
To me, like a darker color reminds me of like Scotch whiskeys. Yeah. And that's sort of like an older crowd, like an acquired taste, as opposed to that, like a dark, lighter color. People are willing to take shots of, and like, I don't know, like it seems to be like a younger crowd. I don't know, I worked at a bar, I've been a bartender, so I know what kind sells the most. Like, usually the color. People
So
go for
from
the
your
lighter.
bartender's perspective, which color is going to sell more?
That. And if you put this and silver, the silver.
No.
Why not?
Reposado, you know you're getting an aged tequila. If you already change the color of it, people are going to think it's less of a quality tequila than anything else.
Interesting. I think possibly. I think also you might want to change maybe some of the labeling as well. Go with like a silver or a blue. I think more people would drink it that way.
I would like a simple package, something modern, something that tells me I'm drinking tequila, that it's a manly drink. I don't want an umbrella sticking out of it, you know?
Unfortunately, you have to make it lighter just because most people have an easier time downing the silver stuff because it has less of a, I guess, pronounced flavor to it.
Give out samples. My friend and I will be here all day trying those samples out and getting a second, third opinion of it.
Number one, you also have to have a very good product. But then secondly, it's the sales side, the marketing, the getting the word out, and just making sure that, you know, the general public is aware of 1800 Reposado.
When it comes to this brand, I want it to be clear. similar to Patron. I prefer the 1800 packaging. I prefer the 1800 look. I just want the alcohol to be clear.
Ubiquity, I think, is just really important with tequilas. People go out, they want to do a shot. If you say we're doing a shot of tequila. If you can say we're doing a shot of Repo all around, I think making it short, sweet, to the point, kind of getting into the popular vernacular.
It makes sense for a lot of my customers when I mention that a silver can be smooth and clean but has all the flavor of the agave. And saying that, someone who drinks tequila, that makes sense for them. An añejo, if you're going to have a scotch or a cognac or some other drink like that, then the añejo makes sense. It certainly doesn't make sense for margaritas. But that the Reposado is a great compromise between the two. A little bit of that barrel character and the wild, fresh agave.
To the FBI agent.
What do you think, Lauren? Good?
I'm not a big tequila drinker, but that tasted good.
I don't want to do this right now. I'm being the worst.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Describe the taste.
It's actually really smooth. It's smoother than what I thought it would be.
Yeah. Very good. Can I see?
Sure. What do I have? I just got the regular stuff.
It's nice. Yeah, you can tell it's a higher end. It's not harsh.
Thanks, 1800.
The whole thing.
Ready?
There you go.
No cringe.
It doesn't have a bad taste.
It doesn't give you an aftertaste.
It doesn't have a bad aftertaste. It's really good. Actually, it makes me want to take another shot.
I didn't, like, you know how you have to cringe and go, that went down really smooth.
But now, after tasting this, I would probably go to the bar and be like, can I have a Repo?
Repo. No, it does. The taste gets rid of the misconception of it being dark and like harsh.
They're both good. That's good. That's got flavor because it's strawberry. Try mine.
This is best.
That's the best.
This is fantastic.
I just squinkled my nose a little bit, so that sounds strange. Because for me, tequila's pretty much tasted the same, and then also probably combined with the fact I'm a salt and lime girl, so that kind of takes over for the flavor department.
A flavored tequila is so delicious that when you don't want to taste any other flavors other than just the tequila. So when I taste my tequila, whatever silver it is, I want no other flavors to interrupt it.
I think it's a bad thing. I know there's a coffee tequila that I think that Cuervo makes, a coffee flavored tequila. I'm not the biggest fan of any of the flavored drinks, any of the flavored liqueurs, anything personally. But it brings more of like an entry-level consumer in, something that's a little more palatable for them, easier to drink. And that's a good thing, I guess. It's kind of like a Merlot. It's a starter wine.
For my wife, maybe, not for me.
Why do you think she'd like it?
Because she likes foo-foo drinks. I don't.
I've had some flavored tequilas and I like them. So I mean, it seems like a bad idea, but when I tasted them, I thought it was kind of fun.
A bad perception if you say flavored tequila.
Why?
Because tequila is already flavored. I don't think if you add in a coconut tequila or a banana tequila, it's gonna make it any better.
Flavored tequila. Does that sound like something you'd like to try?
Yeah.
Why?
Flavored.
I know. That's what I was gonna say. We're fond of the pomegranate tequila, La Pinta. That was pretty good.
I can still like it because, it has different flavors, and sometimes they give, the taste of the tequila, like the aftertaste, they want something different,
I think flavor will go more people that don't like real tequila, like regular tequila. They want to go with the flavored kind because they want to sort of want to drink tequila, but not with the aftertaste.
I went like this. I was like, I mean, if you say the words flavored tequila, I think artificial.
The only one that I've ever seen that does well, and it's all a hand sell, is Grand Centenario. Their hibiscus infused tequila, and that's really well done. Otherwise, nobody cares unless it's the one with strawberry cream. They love that one too. Go figure.
Yeah, I think it's a bad idea, but as a consumer or to a selling point, I think it's a good idea.
We used to sell an infused tequila.
Which one was it?
We infused it ourselves. We did, was it Patron infused with like pineapple and mango and the whole deal, the tropical fruit thing. And it went over for a while, but then it stopped.
Flavored tequila is great because you don't need a chaser. You can just take it straight. Gets the job done.
Amigo brings to mind the word amigo, friend.
Amigo, come over here, come and have a drink, another drink.
I would imagine it will do well. I mean, just based on the history of everything, all the vodkas, the flavored rums, I can't see how it wouldn't do well, knowing how popular those other things are. It wouldn't be my personal favorite. I'm not much of a tequila cocktail drinker. When I have a shot of tequila, it's to have a shot of tequila. It's not necessarily, maybe in a margarita every once in a while, but I know people will enjoy these. The grapefruit especially, the lime definitely.
I, quite frankly, have never heard of flavored tequila. I've always, had the run-of-the-mill tequila brands, tequila flavors being offered. So, vanilla flavored tequila, that's completely new to me.
I also see now vanilla, grapefruit, now that you're asking me to look closer. And if I noticed these things, I would not, no. Any of these, no flavors, no nothing.
There's definitely a market for it. The market is probably more in the 21 to 30-year-old age group. If flavored vodkas went as they did, then there's absolutely a market for tequila.
Those are real tequila flavors?
Is that what you guys? I'm sorry.
And the bottle's cool.
No, I can tell the packaging looks like an old school perfume bottle. I mean, it's trying to be classy and a little upscale. I'm getting perfume out of it. But I noticed it looked like a squeeze tube, and it looks very 1920s-ish. A restaurant, it might be successful. For a nightclub where I'm at, where the volume is fast, this would not be for us.
Whenever it comes to tequila and drinking tequila, it's in the form of shots typically, and having a pipette. And I don't know if this is exactly the intended use for it, but I mean, hey, easier to get a shot out of straight from the bottle.
I don't think it's necessary, but it kind of gives it a different feel to the whole brand. It makes it unique.
It would definitely make pouring shots way easier. I mean, especially when you've been drinking, you always spill it here, spill it there, so it would kind of help. I think it's pretty awesome just because no other company does it.
Oh, it's a little interesting. Well, that's new. I haven't seen that before. Makes me think clinical a little bit. Makes me think sort of test tube.
You could draw out the liquid in this pipette.
Oh, it measures it for you.
Oh, that's good. Oh, it's like a shot.
It's measured in the pipe.
Oh, that's good.
Like you could squirt that into a.
You could do that too. You could just go like that.
Or to mouth.
You could just squirt it out of the thing. Whoa, like that.
Exactly.
And it'll be easier. It'll be easier because you know what? You don't have to worry about. You don't have to worry about the shot glasses no more.
When 1800 was popular, which is when I started bartending in the 90s, there wasn't really that much competition back then. There's just, the market's been flooded with a million different flavors of vodka, a million different kinds of higher-end tequilas, and it just, I think the label itself is kind of fallen behind as more and more product has come onto the market. There is a lot more competition on the market now. They're still advertised more than anybody else, so that helps. Brand recognition is obviously really important in this industry. Most people order things that aren't any good simply because they've heard of the name.
Having the color be changed would be a good start. Absolutely.
To change any dark tequila to a clear would for myself, and I know for my friends, would be the huge selling point.
For me, I really like simplistic tequilas. However, if you package it this way, it would make me take a second look. It would make me think, oh, well, you know, packaging it this way, perhaps there's something, again, rare about it, having that pipette sort of thing. I might actually give it a try, so.